fenómeno masivo hecho melodía, ritmo, inquietud y rebeldía.
Star Rock. Gritaradio.
Gritaradio. Señal binaria en tus oídos.
Hello, ¿cómo están amigos de Gritaradio? Es para mí un gran honor, because I'm a huge fan, a very huge fan from the band Chicago. It's a real honor to have here one of the best, the principals, part of this huge band is Dan Serafin. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here in Mexico City, you know. Like I said, first time since 1975.
75, this is a history.
I know, I can't even imagine, but looking forward to performing for the audience, you know.
It's a real honor because Chicago is part of our history. Yeah. It's part of our romantic story for love, for breakups.
Yeah, well, yeah, especially the songs and You Leave Me Now from the 70s, and then the Hard to Say I'm Sorry and You're the Inspiration from the 80s. Yeah, so we'll be playing all of those songs, you know. Plus the rockers, you know. Yeah. 25 or 64 and, you know, beginnings.
And all this part of the instrumentation is amazing in Chicago because right now is another orchestra with another kind of instruments, but Chicago is with some essence of the real bands with the metals, with the drums. No, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's what, you know, when Walt and I put the band together, we wanted to put a horn band together. And so the horns were like the centerpiece of the band. And they kind of were such an important part of the sound. But, you know, then you had an amazing singer like Peter Cetera, you know, who one of the greatest, and Terry Kath, one of the greatest guitar players of all time by easily, and a great singer. And then Robert Lamb, you know, who's an amazing songwriter, singer, you know. And so it was a band that, such a prolific band, you know. And this band that I have, that I'm with, CTA, we call it Chicago Experience, but the name of the band is CTA. It's world class, really, really. Mark Bonilla is one of the great guitar players in the world, in my opinion, you know. And then Travis Davis is just really great talent and singer. And then of course Jeff Coffey performing with us brings the whole, you know, the Peter Cetera vocals. He does them. I don't know of anybody that does them as good as he does. And he's a great singer, bass player. And then we brought a horn section from Los Angeles. So really great horn section.
And what is your expectation personal? Because right now we know that you love Mexico, but to play here in Mexico since a lot of years.
You know, I don't know what to expect, but I know it's going to be great because I know this band is everywhere we play, people love it. It's a great band, and you know, I don't want to sound big-headed, but I don't think there's anybody that plays Chicago as good as we do. I really don't, and that there's some good Chicago tribute bands, and I don't consider us a tribute band, but you know, it's. I think we perform it with such heart and soul and passion. You'll see tomorrow night, you know.
And I imagine because more in this kind of songs in live is with more robust, with more energy and more love, I think.
Yeah, we cover all of the eras, the different eras of Chicago. We do the 70s. We do it really well. We do the 80s. I don't think we got, you know, I wasn't around for the 90s, so we don't do anything from the 90s, but we cover the 80s and the 70s and of course the late 60s really well.
And you're going to play some of your songs?
You mean
outside of Chicago?
No, it's all Chicago because, you know, when we first started the band almost 20 years ago, CTA, we used to do variations Chicago, and then we started doing originals. But really, what people want to hear and is Chicago, and so why, it's real easy to kind of say, oh, I want to play what I want to play, but it's a lot more fun when the audience loves it and is on their feet, and you're making them happy. So that's what we're here for, you know.
And what you feeling when in other country with other language start to sing your songs?
You know what? It's very joyous. It brings the hairs on my arm up, and makes my heart feel light. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, we love the sounds of Chicago. Chicago is part of our first loves, our first breakups. What you feel if the love is different, right, with the next generations? Because the songs is not about I'm sorry, or I love you, or you are part of my life. No, it's different.
Yeah, I think about that. I wonder in 50 years if people will remember those songs. I hope so, but there's a lack of it seems like a lack of songwriting connection with real life, either the good and the bad or the sad, the happy. Um, you know, it's there's there's a void there, I think. But we're not in the mainstream, and I don't even pretend to understand the mainstream. But we do the best we can do, and that's all. Play our music and do what I do. I'm 75 years old. I mean, I'm going to do this until I can. You're very kind. Sometimes, I'm a little worried about the altitude here, but yeah. So, yeah, that's okay. Keep me honest, right? So, yeah.
Well, so we are enjoying your music. Thank you very much, and we are so happy to feel all do the all your songs. There is one song that you love it to play that you say this is the most beautiful, wonderful. I enjoyed this.
There's a few of them. I mean, one is beginnings. I love beginnings. To me, it's like it's kind of it's the essence of Chicago. It has so many elements. It has a Latin element, has a pretty element, has a fiery element. So that's one of them, and I really love. I still love 25 or 6 to 4. The rock in it. The people just love it. There's many. I love You're the Inspiration. We play it so well. Jeff sings it beautifully. You'll see.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah, you know where you're going to play in which in the Maraka?
I don't know much about it. I know. It sounds like a great place. Do you know it? Yeah. Yes, you'll tell me about it, okay? Because I don't know.
It's a great place with a very good acoustic and so so close but so comfortable.
Yeah.
So it's
That's great.
you feel the all the
I like that. I really prefer. We play a lot of smaller venues, and I'm happy with that. Sometimes we play a larger venue or a bigger, but mostly we play venues that size. Yeah.
so what's the next for Dan? You're going to play this CTI a lot of years. You're going to continue to
Yeah.
perform another.
Yeah, and I think, from what I understand, that the tickets are sold out tomorrow night, so that means we'll be back. We'll be back. So that means the Mexican audience still wants to hear us.
Yes, we expected.
Yeah.
We expected with the love
Yeah,
of joy of to hear this
well,
this song.
I meet a lot of people in Mexico that love Chicago, so I always feel great. I'm very proud of the songbook that we created. And it stood the test of time, and so I think I know that we represent it well. So
Let me tell you some one little history about yesterday because when I hear the from our boss said you want to make the interview to Dan, Yeah, Chicago? Yeah. Oh, yes, please. It's a real honor because you Chicago is part of our history, no? So I start to play this a lot of songs of Chicago. Yeah, it's amazing. A lot of I remember. I start to remember. I start to
That's the
history.
time very well. I mean, I think of everything I'm most proud of, and including the Hall of Fame, and is that this music still sounds great. Since over 50 years, maybe more, 55 years. I don't know what I haven't. 1970, 1967, 67 is when the band was formed. So 57 years? I don't know. 57 years. Yeah. Yeah. See. Yeah. See. Yes.
So it's amazing because the songs I don't know because the song is songs actually songs real is like start to yesterday to make these songs. They don't pass the time in this.
It's that's what I'm more proud of than anything of than how timeless the music is. And I know the guys in Chicago, the band themselves, still feel the same way. Peter, you know. So
Okay, what and you well this is not one but a lot of songs. What you feel that one of the songs make you in the capsule of the time to if you can open this capsule of the time in 100 years from today, what kind of what songs you prefer to? I prefer a lot of 5, 10 songs, but for Danny,
uh, one would be Street Player, a song it's about I wrote about myself, and it was kind of a hit. Pitbull sampled it, and it was a big. He had a big hit with the sample, and then like I said, beginnings. Does anybody know what time it is? And then Hard to Say I'm Sorry, Hard Habit to Break. Those are great songs. There's many. I mean, it's when I don't even know how to answer that because I like them all. They're all like my babies. They're all like my. They're all.
what your songs is that you prefer, no?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, just I would say Introduction 2 from the first album Terry Kath wrote. It's a great. It really represents the band. It's not a hit, but it's a really deep cut. Another one called Moving In. You know. Uh, Off of the second album. And one song I really love is called "Poem for the People." It's not. Listen to it. You probably did. It's off the second album. And it's really a great song. Has a great message. Dialogue, another song called Dialogue, which is really reminiscent. It really sounds great today, even craziest things are, right? In the States. Yeah.
In the world.
In the world.
Yeah.
In the world, yeah. Crazy world we live in, but we just do the best we can do. Got to make it as good as we can.
If you can imagine that you can make some advice from this time of the 1977 from a more mature person, this Dan, what you say to this guy, this with these dreams, with all this?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. It was always hard. I think it's almost harder now because there's not a lot of places. When I was coming up, there was a lot of nightclubs to play, teen clubs. So there was a lot of places to kind of develop your style. But I just think you have to believe in what you're doing. You have to be willing to make the sacrifices to to stay with what you're to support your beliefs and your art. It's just learn as much as you can as a musician, and then also get a chance and get out and play with as many different people as you can, and as many different styles. I've always liked yeah, if you can really learn as many styles as you can: jazz, rock, country, yeah, and yeah. I mean, that's what I would, and just just have to, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. Just believe, don't do it to like, I always tell them, don't do it to be a rock star. You have to do it because you love the music. Because if you do it to be a rock star, you're gonna be very disappointed much of the time, and all of a sudden, you may have arrived at where you want to be, but it's very difficult. Just do it for the love of the music and let the music feed your soul.
Thank you. And just one message to the Mexican people here. Then might be by
Oh yeah, so invite him to the show. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you all. It's for the first and playing for you all for the first time since 1975. That's a long time. So I think there'll probably be some of you who might have been at those shows, those early shows in Mexico City. But I know there's going to be a lot of new fans, and I welcome you. I welcome you to the Chicago music, and very much proud to be here, and much love to you.